Greetings, I'm Dr. Sean Reed, author of the Dating Toolbox, available on Amazon.com. So if you like what you see in here today, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button. So today I want to talk about how to increase your sexual market value, otherwise known as SMV. How to increase your value, your sexual value on the market. And we'll see that it's done primarily by boosting two things, your mind and your body. And also a subset of body is clothing, which I'll talk about a little bit today. I rarely talk about that. But so today, by the end of this video, I'll give you some ideas as to how you can increase your sexual market value. And what you need to understand is it's not necessarily fixed. So if you're an average looking guy, you can dramatically increase your SMV if you know how to go about it properly. So the first thing let's talk about the mind, okay? So SMV, social market value, is your desirability, your physical attractiveness, your social skills, your personality, and your fitness. And we will see that a number of these things are well within your control, and you can increase these things if you know how to do it. That's why I argue that guys who might only be 5'8" or 5'9" can still increase their market value. You're not doomed. These are all things you can control. Okay, so let's first talk about the mind. Okay, the mind is absolutely critical when we talk about these variables. What you have to do is you have to project confidence, charisma, and masculinity. And these things can all be developed. They can all be practiced. This is why I constantly harp on the need for men to get used to get good at opening women. You must learn to start conversations with women. That's why I have guys starting a conversation, opening one woman every day. That's 30 a month, okay? In my program, you'll find that once you get past those first 20 are going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of guts, a lot of balls, and a lot of determination. You guys got to work at this, but once you get 20 openings under your belt, you're gonna get better at it. Your confidence is gonna develop, your personality is gonna develop, okay? So even though I'm 62 years old, I'm not that good looking anymore. As a matter of fact, people call me Gramps, but I'm still able to start conversations with women. I'm still confident. Again, guys, one of the things I argue that we always need to do is don't sexualize women immediately. So when you meet them, don't view them sexually, don't have sexualized conversations. Just do normal opening question openers, opinion openers. I've had tons of videos on how to open women. I'll probably do more in the future because it's so important. But once you get good to starting conversations with women, and you're gonna get a lot of rejection, guys. You're gonna get a lot of times, more often than not, 3 out of 4 times, women won't want to start a conversation with you. As you practice more, you will get better, but don't worry about this rejection. You've got to let it bounce right off you, because eventually you will become more successful, so that over time you're going to become, half the women you will open will talk to you. And you need to understand that a 50% open rate is great. Then of course we get into other things like number closing and date closing. Those are all topics for another video, but you can build your confidence, and this will develop your personality. Get good, guys. Get good at storytelling, okay? Practice storytelling. Practice on your cat. Practice on your dog. Practice on your sister. Practice on your best friend, okay? This ability will build your personality and your confidence, okay? So you're gonna develop your confidence. You're gonna develop your charisma. Charisma will naturally follow as you open and you start conversations with women. And another thing we work on is masculinity. There's a number of ways we work on this. One of these, and I talk about that, is when you're having conversations with women, you don't have to fill every moment. Get her to talk. Become comfortable with lulls in conversation where there's silences. Don't be worried about an awkward silence. That's a great way of demonstrating that you have guts and you have masculinity. Okay, moving right along. How do we develop masculinity? Through developing the body and through bodybuilding. That's why I'm such a big fan, a big fanatic when it comes to bodybuilding. Now, bodybuilding alone won't naturally get you women. You don't build a buff woman and then the women start throwing themselves at you. What that does is it enables you, in combination with your charisma, your confidence, your opening ability, it enables you to open more women. So if you're only 5'8", yet you built your body into 190 pounds of rock solid muscle, you're lean, you're gonna be able to project that same appeal that a taller guy would because you're buff and you're fit. So that's gonna help your confidence. So what bodybuilding does is it opens doors. You still have to walk through that door. You still have to start the conversation. You still have to number close women. You still have to do all the other things you need to do to have successful relationships, but it makes it easier. So bodybuilding, it's not gonna automatically get you women. That's what you need to understand. A lot of guys think, well, I built this great physique. I've been busting my hump in the gym for the last 3 years. I've been eating right. Why aren't women throwing themselves at me? That's not how it works. What it does, though, is it makes it much easier. It makes you more attractive. It makes you more masculine looking, and it should make you more confident. So that's why bodybuilding is a big part of my program. I'm also a huge fan of martial arts. If you learn and you become skilled at martial arts, it's a tremendous confidence booster, okay? So women always love a protector. The final piece of the body is the diet, guys. We must become strict about your diet. Eating the right foods at the right times is essential if you want to attract women. So again, we could have whole videos on this. I'm not going to go into the details of how to eat right, but eating right is critical. If you want to attract women, if you want to increase your sexual market value, you have to eat a good diet. Okay, I want to talk now a little bit about clothing. This is something that I've never really covered in my videos, but it's very important. Clothing is absolutely critical. You know, I'm going to start with shoes, okay? Women always notice shoes. Men do not understand how important shoes are. If you're out at the club and your shoes are dirty and disgusting looking, a woman is going to think that the rest of you, especially your naughty parts, are dirty and disgusting. So it's going to be a turnoff. So guys, we always want to invest money in good shoes. Now, with me, I'm a huge fan of cowboy boots. I'll talk about what I pair with what. I love this. This is a black Cayman boot, okay? Here are a pair of my brown ostrich. Here's a pair of my white pythons, okay? Now, yes, boots are expensive, but if you know where to look, if you know where to hunt for deals, you can get good deals. I got these real pythons for only $220 because I know how to shop and I know how to find the deals. So shoes are absolutely critical. And you don't necessarily need to wear cowboy boots. That's just something that works for me. You need to find a shoe style that works for you. Next, let's talk about shirts. There's a concept known as peacocking. So I always like to wear fairly bright and stunning shirts that draw attention, okay? So right now what I've got on a Robert Graham polo. It's red, which I have to be careful with my skin tones, but it attracts attention, okay? And as far as jeans goes, I tend to wear a Lucky brand jean. That's what fits me. Looks good. So I always pair my Lucky brand jeans with my shirts. Okay. So again, this is a Robert Graham shirt. I also only one of a kind shirts. Yes, these are expensive shirts. I go onto the Saks Fifth Avenue outlet and I get them. So I get them for like $35. Not cheap, but it's a $200 shirt on sale. Clothes like this will take you very far. Now with something like this, a blue, I'll go with, say, my brown ostrich boots. Okay, and again, a beautiful thing about boots, look at that heel. That's a 1 3/4 inch heel. So the heels are gonna give you some height, okay? But the larger point here, guys, is that how you dress is absolutely critical for your sexual market value. So you need to start paying some attention to that. Now, there might be situations where you're more casual, but always make sure your clothes are clean. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a casual outfit, but again, make sure they're clean and they fit you well. All right, guys. So as we can see here, sexual market value is absolutely critical to your dating success. There are ways of increasing your sexual market value. This is not something that is set in stone. There's a lot you can do to increase your sexual market value. So again, guys, if you like what you saw and heard today, please hit that like and subscribe button. Down below, you'll see a link to my book, The Dating Toolbox, $13 on Amazon.com. It will change your dating life. There is an electronic version that's only $4. Again, will change your dating life, and happy dating.